Hello, I'm Nardino. Welcome to the farm and welcome to the drought.
Do you ever see some situation somewhere, somehow?
Well, about 8 or 9 years ago, I went to the accountants and his partner had just passed away. He was 44, went down to feed his goldfish and didn't come back for brekkie, and the accountant said to me, what happens, have you got any insurance? And then fit as a fiddle, built like a brick. I used to work 18 hours a day, milk 350 cows, run a vet business, have about 90 clients, and I said, well, you know, everything's going well. And he said, well, you never know what's around the corner. So I said, well, if you reckon it's an idea, get in contact with someone. And he put me on he said, oh, I'll get someone to drop around. And there happened to be this rough bugger called Don Trapnell turned up. Now, I don't even know what the company is that he ran in that, but Don, he was there and said, well, this is what you should do. And I put in an insurance, life insurance, and if I have sickness, and the worst thing, and in the meantime I met a good friend, and I've always been a friend of him, and didn't feel like I was buying insurance, but the worst thing that ever happened was a couple of years later, I had to claim on the insurance, and it's one thing you never want to do. And I was diagnosed with progressive MS, and I've gone from walking around, doing all this, and slowly progressed. Went to walking stick, walking frame. Now I'm in a wheelchair, and I need help to shower, toilet, everything. But the one thing all along was from the day once I was diagnosed, Don turned up, filled out all the forms and everything, no hassles. The last thing I wanted, I had enough stress in my life, was filling out forms, and the money turned up, and from that, what's that money, what was it worth to me? I knew then that we'd be able to pay for the education of our kids, and there'll be money for my wife if as things got worse. When I went through as a kid, I ended up becoming a vet. The old man said, as long as you want to go to school, I'll support you. And I wanted to do the same with my kids. And at present I've got one doing 4th year physio, the other one's looking at doing medicine, and I know because of this insurance policy that I'll be able to support them. So I just in the meantime I've met a reasonable bloke called Don, who appreciates a good lamb roast, and he's so it's one less problem that I have to worry about, just because of that money sitting in my wife's name, and at present I'm battling a drought on the farm, and we'll have a big loss, but that money's aside for the reasons it was. And if I hadn't had the insurance, I would have been struggling a bit financially to put the kids through school. So it's made a difference. Just a relief of mind. That's it.
what became of all the time? Honey, do I ever cross your mind?